Alright, I am going to show you how to make a sketch, and then you guys are going to sketch this same piece, and then you'll go through and do several of them on your own or as groups in the class. First thing what we're doing is we have our grid paper. The grid paper is 1/2 inch squares, which will work out great for us in a minute. And what you're doing is you're taking a piece and you're making 3 two-dimensional drawings to make a 3-dimensional piece come to life on your paper. If you think you need a ruler, or if you try to draw it 3-dimensionally, you're doing it wrong. You don't need a ruler. We're just sketching. We're just dot to dot on grid paper, and we're just going to show why you need 3 views of every piece. Now, first of all, go ahead and put your name in. I got Heinsohn here. I got the date, 4/18/10. That's a Sunday, so it's not going to be the same thing for you guys. The name of this piece, I call it corner bracket. It's actually just a piece I picked up out in the shop. And the scale is going to be 1 inch on paper equals 2 inches in real life, or half scale. That's why this 1/2 inch grid comes out real handy, because if you take an inch in real life equals 1 block or a 1/2 inch, it just automatically makes it in half scale. I'll show you as we go along. Now, the first thing we need to do, or the next thing we need to do, is decide our views. I need a front view, a top view, and a side view. Now what you do is you decide which view of this should be the front view. Ideally it's the one with the most information. Now you see all I've got here is 2 pieces of steel. I've got a 2x2 1/4 inch angle iron made out of stainless steel, welded onto a 3 inch by 4 inch base. So this shouldn't be too hard to draw. I think the view with the most information is going to be this view right here, because it has that hole that I'm going to need to locate. If I look at this view 2-dimensionally, just what I see, all I basically see is 2 rectangles, a little squatty rectangle here and a 2x6 rectangle here with a hole in it. So here I go. I'm just going to randomly pick a place to start, say right here. This is 3 inches from here to here. So all I need to do is count over 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give it a little bit of depth because it's a 1/4 inch thick, and this is an inch in real life, so about 1/4 of the block. Here's my first opportunity to write in a dimension. I put the boundaries in. It's 3 inches, so to make it pretty I put these little arrows in. That says that this piece is 3 inches across from here to here. That's my base piece, drawn to half scale. The next thing I need is to add this angle iron piece. It is 6 inches high, and since this is 2 inches and this is 3, I happen to know that, it says right there that it's a 1/2 inch in from each side. So 1 block is an inch, so a 1/2 of a block is 1/2 an inch. Go in here, and if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 inches high, and go ahead and fill that in. Boom, like that. That's my block here. Now I happen to know that it's 6 inches tall. So there's my boundary markers. There's my information. I draw some little arrows in there just to make it look cool. Now, I don't give this one any thickness because all it is this rectangle showing up. I don't have some sides. This one I gave thickness. This one I don't. It's just a box. Okay? Here's a rectangle, here's a rectangle, here's a rectangle, here's a rectangle. The last thing I got to do is locate that hole. Okay, remember we locate a hole with a crosshairs right where the middle of the hole goes. So where is this hole? Well, it says here that the middle is 1 inch down from the top. So 1 inch down from the top, I know that it's on that line somewhere. Now, it's a 1/2 inch from this edge to the middle of the hole. So I come over here 1/2 of an inch. That's right about there. So boom. Well, it should be right on that line. So there's the crosshair to locate the center of this hole. I just go ahead and kind of fill the hole in. How big is it? I'm going to tell you. It's 3/4 of an inch, small d diameter. So that hole is 3/4 of an inch diameter. Where is it at? We already said it's an inch down and 1/2 inch over. So I can go like this. There's 1/2 inch to that edge. Here's 1/2 inch or an inch down from there to there. 1 inch to this center. And my whole piece, this angle iron overall, was 2 inches. Right there is all the information I need on that view. Now, I'm going to draw a top view. I take my front view and I just rotate it 90 degrees. This is pretty easy. All I've got is this base, this 3 by 4 inch base, and basically an L shape, well, an inverted L, sitting right on top. If I look straight down on this, all I see is this rectangle and this inverted L. Now guess what? This edge that I made right here is also the same edge that's up here. Now I know that it's 3 inches, so let's just line it up. If I go up here and line up the same lines that I just did and draw that in, bingo! This edge is also this edge. Easy to do. 4 inches up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now just go ahead, fill in that rectangle. Already done with my base. Give them a little information here. From there to there is 4 inches. That's all I need to do. Just like that. Now I don't have to write that this is 3 inches wide because I already wrote it down here. But hey, if I want to be nice to the guys in the shop, I'm going to go ahead and do that right there. I've got my base sized and dimensioned. Alright, last thing I need is the edge of this angle iron. It's a 2-inch angle iron, and it's this, since this is 4 inches, it's an inch from here, an inch from here. This is going to be easy. An inch down. Okay, and if I draw this up, okay, the edge is right there, because remember it was a 1/2 inch in from here to here. So it's a 1/2 inch in, inch up, 1/2 inch over. Look at that. That's this edge. Now it's 2 inches this way, so 1/2, 1 1/2, 2, okay, because it's a 1/2 inch in from over there. Look at that, there's a 1/4 inch edge on that. Bingo, I got that view drawn. Alright, I could go ahead and write that this is 1 inch in here, okay, and that this is 1 inch in here, and just so that everybody knows everything, I could put a little information in there. I could take an arrow to that thing and I can say this is a 2 inch by 2 inch by 1/4 inch angle iron. Takes all the guesswork out of knowing what this thing is. Okay, that leaves us with one more view. Flip her back down. We're going to the side over here. Man, this thing's going to be real easy. Look at this. I got a little rectangle here. I got a big rectangle here. I'm going to bring this straight across so that that's all lined up. I might as well start right about there. This here is right there, and it's 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a little rectangle. It's a 1/4 inch wide right there. This base is that rectangle. Now I got another rectangle right here. I already know how high it is because it's the same height right here because I lined the base up. Kagoom. Right like that. Bingo bango. Transfer a little line over here. And look, it's an inch in from there, inch in from there. So I'm starting an inch in from there, inch in from there. And I know that it's 6 inches high. Kaboom. There I go. A little sloppy right there, but that's okay. Now I already know that it's 6 inches high because I said so over here. Now I wouldn't have to write in that this is 4 inches wide because we know it from up here, but just to make friends with the people in the shop, right there, let's go ahead and reaffirm that that is the 4-inch side. Okay, now we already know it's 2 inches basically because I can see it is here and because we know that it's a 2x2 angle iron. Basically we are done drawing this thing. Now one other thing that we can do is, or we have to do, is say what it's made out of. And you know what? We're lucky. This is all stainless steel, all 1/4 inch thick. So right here I just write all stainless steel 1/4 inch thick. The last thing we need to put down is how it's made. What have we got here, guys? We've got basically a fillet weld, welded every place possible. Okay, so fillet weld all the way around, all around. And guess what? If I hand you this piece of paper, and because now you know what all this stuff is, you can go out in the shop and make this piece. Anybody, anywhere in the world can take this piece of paper and make this piece if they follow the directions on here, and they'll all look the same. That's what's cool about sketching. Now what I want you to do is go ahead, break down into groups of 3 or 4. Together, you guys go ahead and sketch this piece, and then after that, you got a whole bunch more of them that are a little harder to sketch. But I know you can do it. Go ahead and help each other, but everybody fill out their own blueprint sheet. That's it. That's how to sketch to scale. Good luck.